Hey, everybody, welcome back to Ringside with Ryan. I'm Patrick, and as always, I'm joined by my 11-year-old WWE superfan, Ryan. Ryan, after all the action on Raw and SmackDown this week, how are you feeling?
It was very entertaining. There was some good stuff, and we're going to be talking about it on this episode.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to dive into. But before we dive into all the action and the full recap of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown this week, we want to give a huge shout out to someone who's played a big role in inspiring Ryan's love for WWE commentary. That is Mr. Pat McAfee. Ryan, how has Pat McAfee inspired you?
He's just a great commentary person, and I just love how he entertains the universe of WWE. He loves eating all over the place, and I do too. I just love Pat McAfee. He's one of my favorites.
I do too, man. Pat McAfee, he just brings so much energy, passion, and fun to the commentary booth. And I know Ryan loves how he calls all the action. Ryan, if you could call a WWE match just like Pat McAfee, which one would you do?
I would probably face Pat McAfee on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
That would be awesome. Pat, if you're listening, thanks for inspiring the next generation of WWE fans and commentators. Maybe one day Ryan will be calling the action at WrestleMania just like you. All right, Ryan. Now, before we dive too much further into the episode, let's give some love to our awesome listeners. We had a few comments from listeners that we wanted to give a shout out here. First, on YouTube, Lana Brown 8425 says, "Great job, Ryan." Ryan, anything you want to say to Lana?
Thank you, Anna, for your support of Ringside with Ryan.
Ryan, Chris Troutman on Facebook says, "I need to know Ryan's opinion on the Savage versus Warrior match at SummerSlam 92. Ryan, what do you think of that classic showdown?"
I think it's chaos. When Macho Man went to the top rope was going to Frog Splash Ultimate Warrior, went to ringside to Ric Flair, but Ric Flair had a chair, woo, right to the knee and just hurt Macho Man's knee. And then Ultimate Warrior saved saved Macho Man from Mr. Perfect and Ric Flair.
Yeah, it was definitely an epic battle for sure. Ryan, we also asked our audience on Facebook, which wrestler can you not stand? Charlena Johnson responded with Drew McIntyre was her pick. Ryan, what do you think about that? Is Drew someone you can't stand or do you respect him?
I mean, I'm between. I respect him and I just can't stand him at the same time. Someone I cannot stand is Solo Sikoa.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, hey, to all of our listeners, thank you for all the comments. Please keep them coming. We love to feature your comments and your questions every week. All right, Ryan, let's get over to Monday Night Raw. One of the biggest stories between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. Ryan, this is one of WWE's most personal rivalries. Do you think the stipulation makes it even crazier?
It makes it really crazy. I think there's gonna be a lot of pile drivers, some Haluma kicks from Sami Zayn, and all of Toronto in that stadium's gonna be like, we want tables, and I'm probably gonna want tables in that match. So I think we're gonna have some tables, pile drivers, and Haluma kicks.
That one's definitely going to be fun to watch for sure. Ryan, we also saw Bron Breakker also tried to take out AJ Styles, but instead he accidentally speared Dominic Mysterio. Ryan, do you think this is the start of a major Styles versus Breakker feud?
I think so. I think at WrestleMania, AJ Styles versus Bron Breakker for the Intercontinental Championship.
Wow, you heard it here, folks. Bold prediction from Ryan himself on where this feud's going. So we'll have to wait and see. Ryan, we also saw Gunther continued messing with Jey Uso, showing up in the crowd this time to call him out. Ryan, do you think Jey can prove Gunther wrong and take the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania?
I think he can, because last year at WrestleMania 40, Sami Zayn finished Gunther with a kick, and I think Jey Uso can too and become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Ryan, we also saw Seth Rollins is officially in the Elimination Chamber after beating Finn Balor in one of the best matches of the year. Ryan, does Rollins have what it takes to win the Chamber and go on to face Cody Rhodes?
Well, he's one of the best in the Chamber, and I think that's an advantage because you're like one of the best. But if he doesn't win the Chamber, that's going to be surprising to the crowd and the whole world, probably. And what will Seth Rollins do at WrestleMania?
Yeah, you can never count Seth Rollins out for sure. I agree with you. That one's going to be fun to watch for sure. Ryan, the LWO sent the New Day running after payback for last week's attack on Rey Mysterio. Do you think this rivalry is heading for WrestleMania as well?
I don't think WrestleMania. I think like a Raw or something. I don't know, but I just don't think it's at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree with you too, man. I think that stage might be a little too big. We still have some time before WrestleMania, so who knows how it's going to develop. That one will be fun to watch as well. Ryan, let's get over to SmackDown. Jimmy Uso pulled off a shocking win over Drew McIntyre, but McIntyre completely snapped and attacked him after the match. Ryan, is McIntyre letting his emotions get the best of him?
I think it is always when he loses a match, he gets mad and lets his anger out on other people, and like people are getting hurt because of him. And like Jimmy Uso, he got hurt, he got claymored, he probably has some damage, probably, and yeah, he just can't keep his anger in.
He definitely seems to be a loose cannon for sure. We also saw LA Knight and R-Truth lost a tag match to The Miz and Carmelo Hayes after Shinsuke Nakamura interfered. Ryan, what's your take on this? Should LA Knight be focusing on the U.S. title or revenge on Nakamura?
I think he should be focusing on both because that might be another WrestleMania match. LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship at WrestleMania.
Interesting take. Interesting take. Ryan, we also saw on SmackDown your girl, Tiffany Stratton, retained her women's championship against Candice LeRae. But after the match, Nia Jax and LeRae attacked her. Then Trish Stratus tried to save her, but got taken out too. Ryan, does this mean Stratton is actually turning face?
I don't think so. Already at Elimination Chamber, it's Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. So I don't think she will turn on Trish Stratus. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know.
That one's crazy, man. There's no telling which direction that could go. I agree with you. That one's we're just going to have to watch and find out. Ryan, we also saw Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attack Naomi and Bianca Belair. Do you think this could shake up the women's tag team division heading into WrestleMania?
Well, maybe if Bianca, Naomi, and Liv lose the chamber, maybe that would be a WrestleMania tag team match for the titles. But already next Monday, we have Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan for the tag team championship. So I don't know. We might see new tag team champions next week.
Ryan, speaking of tag teams, there was another tag team title match that night between DIY and Pretty Deadly. That match ended in chaos after a massive brawl with the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns took place. Ryan, who do you think deserves the next title shot?
I think it will be a WrestleMania match where the whole SmackDown tag team division will be at WrestleMania against the DIY in a ladder match. Like one team, one team, one team, one team, and for the tag team champions in a ladder match.
Wow. Bold prediction. You heard it here first, folks. That is a very, very bold prediction from Ryan himself. So we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. All right, Ryan. Finally, the main event of the night, Damian Priest and Braun Strowman defeated Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. But Fatu accidentally super kicked Sikoa, leading to the loss. Ryan, are Solo and Fatu heading for a breakup?
I don't think so. I think Solo is going to forgive Jacob like always, because he always forgives Jacob if he does something wrong. And I think they're not going to break up.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining in. That's a wrap for this week's Ringside with Ryan. Let us know in the comments who's your pick to win the Elimination Chamber. And also if you think Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu are on the verge of splitting. Ryan, what else am I forgetting?
Make sure to subscribe and keep those comments coming. We love reading your comments, and make sure to like and just keep watching our videos.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in to another episode. And until next time, we'll see you ringside.
Yeet.
Yeet.